Well, hello my beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for August 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your monthly reading for August. I can't believe it's here already. The year really is flying on by, but here we are. Also, I just want you to be aware that I've opened a second competition to win a free personal reading from me. I'll let you know how to win that at some point later on because I don't want to waste anyone's time. Some people are just here for the readings, so let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding their month ahead? Can you please show them the month of August? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Well, I have to give it to you straight about August. It's really going to be an intense month of extremes, especially due to Mars squaring Venus and Jupiter squaring Saturn. But I will get to that in a moment because on a positive note, we are currently in the throes of Leo season. So on a personal level, it's time to let out that inner roar, follow your passions and allow yourself to shine. This month is all about taking center stage in your life, taking charge, honoring your body, your energy, your self-care needs, pampering yourself a little if possible, maybe doing a little something for you that's extra, loving yourself a little harder, but most importantly, valuing your worth and remembering to wear your invisible crown. Walk tall and walk proud with gravitas and empowerment as you embrace that go-getting spirit and accomplish whatever it is you set out to do, prioritizing what's important whilst making time for a little power nap along the way. It's a month to be disciplined and remain on course whilst carving out time to have fun, take a vacation or at least book one. Something to look forward to if you're lucky enough to be able to do that. Maybe it's an event or a festival or just spending time with friends. Now there will be fluctuations in mood, clashes or conflicts. They might occur this month because of the planetary alignment. They do try to dampen things for you, but you know the energy says you won't let them because you're in Leo season. You might embrace your inner warrior spirit one moment and then leap into a chasm of emotion the next. Leo season is actually teaching us not to sweat the small stuff this time round. So embrace the opportunity for balance as we all jostle with the energy. Be fabulous, but do grab your metaphorical surfboard. You are definitely going to need it. And get ready to ride the waves that flow towards you this month. Now, I got to go get that card because it shot right across the floor. So one moment, please. Sorry about that, my beautiful Gemini. Okay, your starting card there is the 10 of Pentacles. Definitely a very positive card. You've got your mind focused on your money. But let's get the rest of your cards. Now, I want people to be aware that there's a lot of critical energy this month, okay? There are going to be some really positive things. Let's focus first on the wonderful Lionsgate portal. It lifts us up in all its high-frequency glory. Very positive, providing a portal of prosperity, abundance, and good luck. It's a gateway to intense manifestation, spiritual healing, and growth, especially for the heart chakra. Now, this portal, it's been open from the 28th of July, and it will close on the 12th of August. However, the most powerful day is on the 8th. That is the bringer of, I think they want that card. I think they do, yeah. That is the bringer of abundance date. So plan a ritual or just take a moment of stillness to visualize and make a wish. Especially if it's connected to wealth. Your card there, your starting card is the 10 of Pentacles. It is a very potent energy for wealth. So new money-making ideas will come towards you. Even curveballs of good luck head your way. Now, hold on to that surfboard that I mentioned because there is a little bit of a dip. Now, I'm going to let you know about some planetary alignments that are a little bit changeable and sometimes negative. So if you don't want to hear this part, please fast forward this part until I've got all the cards out, and I will start each card individually. But if you do want to know what the planets are doing at the moment and how it affects us all energetically, then please stick around. I'll see you on the other side for all of those who are fast forwarding right now. But we do have the dreaded Mercury retrograde, and it graces us with its presence. This time it's doubling down in the sign of Virgo, so it really loves to kick up a storm with your electrical equipment, communications, and it can shake up perceptions of reality. Things like power outages, glitches are going to become more of a regular occurrence, so save down any important documents, statements that are in financial nature, anything that you're working on so you don't lose it. Always have candles, things like that on hand too, torches, just in case, and get any important communications like quotes for things in writing to avoid misunderstandings later on. Now, of course, this too shall pass. We have a Mercury retrograde all the time. This time, though, it's in Virgo, so it can be in areas where we tend to be normally very organized. It will pass as a blip. It's only one aspect of a Mercury retrograde. Every negative has a positive, so we can all embrace the opportunity to utilize this energy to revisit something or improve it, rethink it, or course correct it to enhance an area of your life that needs a boost. So it can be very positive. Now, we do have a critical energy. Expect a major shakeup as Jupiter squares Saturn on the 19th and Mars squares Venus on the 22nd. And by square, I mean clash, okay? This clash of energy, it really is a big deal. It's highly pressured. It's combustible energy, and we often go through challenging times during this phase, but there's always a lesson to be learnt from it. So if you feel extra tested this month, just stop and ask, what am I supposed to learn from this? It's only during that period, the 19th to the 22nd, so I want you to be aware. Also, you know, these energies can transform. So Jupiter is the planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity. Saturn is a very strict planet, a hard taskmaster. So it can mean that areas that you've been very diligent, very strict with yourself, you've worked really hard, that's the area that you're going to see development. You're going to see good luck in that area. So if it's a job that you've been focusing on this whole time, or your money, then you're going to see an increase or some benevolence in that area. If it's been on your personal development path, you're going to see a major breakthrough there. Anything that you have been hoping for but not really making an effort to make it work, Jupiter and Saturn, they're going to pass you by on that, okay? Now, Mars squaring Venus. Of course, Venus is the planet of love, and Mars is a fiery planet. It can mean that there's a potential for an argument with someone that you really care about. Now, this too shall pass. It's a temporary energy. There will be a resolution, but it can mean that people are feeling frustrated right now, so they get a little bit more snappy than usual. So I just want you to be aware of the planetary alignments and how it can affect us. Now also, this period, it makes us super practical to sit up, pay attention, and get organized and serious about the direction of our life. These squares that I mentioned, they occur in some mutable signs. One of them will be your sign, my beautiful Gemini. That doesn't mean it's going to affect you the most. It actually means that it affects society in some way. So there can often be a rise or an increase in societal tensions on a global scale, with the potential to create bigger divides, sadly, but Venus is in the mix. So there is positivity there. Venus works extra hard to bring people together. There will be a jostle of energy, so astrologically tensions will rise, people take back their power, and Leo season is in full flow. It's connected to the sun, which means it reveals where we can grow together rather than apart. This energy, it will impact us from the 19th of August right through to June 2025. So, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, things are going to get pretty weird, wild, and sometimes unbelievable. You could already see that occurring in the world. You don't need me to tell you that. You can see it. So you may notice extreme behaviors, shocks, plot twists, you know, and also we have a blue full moon on the 19th, which only intensifies the energy. Of course, it all comes together. So on a global scale, we may be in for some sort of major surprise in and around this date, 19th to 22nd. Of course, there's always a positive positive to be found. So if you're looking to purchase real estate, you could see a surprising reduction in price. I do see a brief financial correction that will benefit people, but it will be brief before it is U-turned. Strong solar flares will also occur this month, increasing the potential for earthquakes on a stronger scale, maybe even in places that don't typically get them. Volcanic combustible energy as well, that's something to look out for. But we are currently reshaping landscapes. We're in the flow of that, both spiritually, energetically, economically, politically, and socially. You all know it, we can all feel it, and we may see even some figures in authority be replaced suddenly by unexpected candidates, a reneging of promises or a restructure of systems that will push things to the brink, which the only thing left to do then is to transform. So things can get uncomfortable during the shift, but I want you to be aware that this month on a personal level is actually the gateway to you changing what you want for the better. So remember, you're protected and directed towards greater opportunities to marvel at the wonderful you, how you show up for yourself and others every single day. So be proud of you and all that you're sustaining, maintaining, and creating right now, despite difficult circumstances. You've got this. You really are a tower of power in all your glorious sovereignty. So let's get straight to the cards, and welcome back to anyone who fast forwarded that little bit there. The first card you got there is the Justice card. This is good karma coming your way. There's a readdress of the balance. Things may have felt a little bit unfair recently, but now I feel like you are fully in the flow of challenging yourself in a healthy way. You're going to receive some of your manifestations. There's some good luck here. You're sticking to your plans, and this card indicates that you're keeping things balanced and harmonious, or you're trying to make sure that you do that. Now, of course, it is a cause and effect card. So as I was saying, anything that you're working really hard on changing, you're going to see the most beneficial energy in that area. I feel something that you are changing right now is going to work out in your favor. You're on the right track, and I feel like you're making a difference. You're making an impact. Now, of course, the Justice card, some of you could be going through some legalities this month, new contracts, I would say, with the energy, Ten of Pentacles, King of Swords, you're honoring your own needs. You may have to make a decision about a contract. I feel like you should really look at the small print, just in case there's something in that small print that perhaps you want renegotiated. And I definitely see that, you'll sign and everything will go in your favor, but you may call someone out on something that's in a contract that you're like, no, don't agree with that. Take that out or amend it. So I definitely see you could have the potential to do that. For some of you, this could be a month where you're focusing on important documentation or even legal documents. You're in a flow of administrative tasks, so getting around to doing all the emails or calls that you've been meaning to do but haven't had time to do. Also, this could be a period where things have an expiry date, so passports, visas, maybe contracts that have been in motion for quite some time with service providers. Perhaps they're coming to an end and you're looking for better deals. For some of you, I'm seeing like cell phone things right now. Some of you may be coming to the end of your term of contract with a cell phone or mobile phone, however you call it, provider, and now you're looking for a better deal. And there's a lot to choose from out there, lots of different devices rivaling each other. So it could be that you have to make a decision about what's best for you and what you need it for, and the amount of data you need, and the price, all of those things. For some of you, this is you looking at service providers who have not been pulling their weight or providing the service that they promised. Maybe you've been getting a shoddy deal. This is about reaching out and saying, hey, I'm not happy with this. We need to change it, or I'm changing you. So I feel this is about you being in command and expressing your needs, especially since you have that King of Swords there. I feel like you're negotiating better deals for yourself or getting what you truly deserve at this time. Now, of course, this card is all about listening to your soul song, okay? I would say as well that you're following your heart, you're manifesting some great opportunities, and with that Nine of Pentacles, I see that your plans are bearing fruit and offering you some level of independence and freedom there as well. Now, I have to say there's something that's calling me right now. If you have a car, okay, I would say, there's no Chariot card here, but I'm getting strong car vibes. Because we've got the Justice card and we've got the Five of Wands, I feel some of you could be challenged on something. So it could be a speeding ticket potential. It could be, parking in the wrong zone. It could be, but I feel like you challenge it. So either it wasn't signed properly and you're like, okay, you know what? there's no sign saying that I couldn't park there, or the sign was evasive or not clear. Make sure you take a picture of somewhere that you are parking, so you can prove that it kind of says, what, this is a zone that could be parked in from certain times, just in case they try and get you on it. You can contest it. Also, for some of you, be speed aware, because I feel like this month there is a potential here for a speeding ticket. Okay, so yeah, just watch out for that. And of course, it's good practice to be within the speed, because that's safe. So with that Nine of Pentacles, that is a card of safety first. So yeah. Also, I feel like you're looking at the quick fixes in life and you're choosing not to connect to the quick fix. You're making sure that you are diligent and that you're connecting to things that are healthy for you at this time. So I feel like you're trying to maintain a sense of balance, harmony, and moderation throughout the month. Now, of course, we have the Strength card there. This can indicate some of you have been struggling with something, but you find a solution to it, because the Justice card is to identify the root cause and find a solution. So if you've been wrestling with something that's been bothering you, you've had a lot on your mind, the solution shall be found in the month of August, and I feel then you can move past it and take control of it, is what I see there too. So I'm just going to adjust my seat there. Now, also, I feel, because it is, the Strength card and it's in the Resistance position like you got it in the reverse, this can indicate, because it has the maturity word there, some of you may encounter a very immature person, someone who tries to push your buttons. This could be a difficult client, it could be a boss, could be a person that you work with, could be a peer, could be a neighbor, could be a family member, could be your partner. Something could potentially bug you this month, but I feel like, you are very direct, honest, but I feel like you think before you word what you say. You're diplomatic about what you have to say, however you find a solution. So if there's a problem there, I feel like you resolve it. Also, if you found something really hard recently that you've been trying to accomplish, you make a breakthrough this month. I feel like you're sustaining your position, and I feel like that you're not giving up on something, and I feel it's really important to recognize that you are going to have that breakthrough and take charge, take action, and see results as well this month. This is a month where you actually see results, as well as feel the movement, the process, and the progress. Now, of course, we have the Manifestation card. I would say 8-8 portal is going to work really strongly for you. As you can see, we've got the infinity sign there, but of course, if you put it on the side, it looks like an 8. I always love the infinity sign because it connects to my favorite number, which is 8. How can someone have a favorite number? Well, I do. I just love drawing it. I just love the energy of it. So I feel, taking some time out to have a visualization or a ritual in stillness to manifest whatever it is you desire. Remember, this is the month where you can have what you have in your mind in your hand. Thoughts become things. And you have the King of Swords there, which of course is a Gemini card. This is about you honoring your energy. But I feel like a lot of you are thinking about the words that you use at the moment, how you communicate yourself, and what these words say, what attachments these words have to the thing that you desire. Sometimes there are words that have double meanings, and are some of those double meanings negative? So, for example, the word mean. You mean to do the dishes later on, or you mean to write a list of the things that you want, but also mean can be to be really hurtful to another person. So I feel like you may be changing how you approach your words, how you approach the dynamic and tone of those words, and you're watching what you think about at this time, because what you think about, you bring about. I'm also seeing, it feels like, well, it looks like a signpost, but it feels like it's going to be a message for you in the next coming month. Believe and receive. So it's really interesting because I have to show you, well, I can't show you, but I have to describe to you what I can see in the water, because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading. I'm seeing a signpost, and there's two different, it's like crossroads, okay? And one sign says believe, and the other one says receive, okay? So, I feel it's like something you believe in right now, or you have believed in for quite some time, it will come true. Believe and receive. So some of you may literally see a sign or a symbol that looks like that. It's a signpost. On one side it says believe, the other side it says receive. Now, it can also indicate, because both of them are pointing in different directions, it can indicate that things are going to have a little bit of a plot twist for you. It may feel like an opportunity or a path that was unexpected shows up for you, and you may feel like it's counterproductive for the path that you thought you were on. Investigate it before you dismiss it is what I'm being given, because it can feel like that path is going to lead directly to what you want. It may feel like it's the longer way round, but it may also be the most rewarding way round as well. So don't dismiss it. But this manifestation card, this is the Magician, which means you have a lot of power this month. You'll have all the resources you need to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. There's a lot of potential this month and a lot of magic surrounding you too. So thoughts become things. And I feel believe and receive is actually going to become like a mantra to you if it hasn't already. And I feel something that you've been manifesting, a wish, it's showing up for you, okay? Something that you love is being offered to you at this time. Now let's get to your Celtic cross. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. Now the 10 of Pentacles, that's your starting position. So a lot of you are thinking about your legacy, the mark that you leave in the world, in the friendships, in the business, the ambitions that you have. So this is about you, your identity, and how you're showing up for yourself and the impact you make. And you make a major impact. Also, this is about you planting roots of some sort, creating stability in your world. I mean, it's partnered right now with your third house and your ninth house. Your third house is all about communication, finding your voice to speak loud and proud and express yourself and your ideas. And that's no surprise that you got the King of Swords there for that. So this is about owning your authenticity and speaking your truth. Also, it's a time to communicate to the universe what you desire to manifest. So very exciting that you actually have the 3rd and the 9th, because both of them are connected to the law of attraction, and you have strong law of attraction connections this month as well. So this is about communicating your needs and having those needs met. What you desire shall be manifested, but also steps on your plan shall be revealed to you to help you level up to the next stage. I mean, of course, your 9th house is the great quest for meaning. So this can be about you looking at your heritage this month. The journey that you've taken, the upbringing you had, what it all means for the journey that you have ahead, and how you can implement any knowledge or lessons that you learnt in the past to inform and secure your present moment, to basically influence your future so that it is happy, prosperous, and secure later on. Also, with that 10 of Pentacles, this indicates that you've got money on your mind, so you're being strict with your budget, saving more money. This is an indication that you're going from a 10 of Pentacles to a 9 of Pentacles, which stands for a reason, because of course we all have to pay bills. It just means that it's business as usual, but you may pay out on your bills and save a lot more money than you were hoping for. So I feel it's quite an exciting time there for you. Also, the 10 of Pentacles is a card of attracting more wealth, so money-making ideas, do not dismiss them. You're given them for a reason, so you may actually launch something just after Mercury retrograde. Now, some of you with the Temperance card, I feel it's in the resistance position. You're learning a lesson about patience and frustration as things, they show up in divine timing and sometimes not on our time. But some of you, I feel you may do something alternative this month that is not connected to your true life's purpose and mission. Don't get me wrong, you're still on that path, but it feels like you're doing something else as well. Something that you never envisaged that you'd be doing, but here you are doing it or planning it or making it happen. It's going to be very fulfilling, very prosperous. And again, it feels like it's connected to that signpost. It's like there's two different directions, and both directions lead to the same thing, but it could also indicate a level of duality where you're doing two things that lead to the same thing in a quicker time frame, okay? So it could be that you're implementing money-making ideas, taking charge, launching a business, entrepreneurship, being independent. But that Temperance card is really a card that indicates some of you may have been frustrated recently or felt there was an unfair balance going on in your life in some way, and you are correcting the balance. Some of you, especially if you're in a career, you may have been under a lot of pressure recently, and even if not, I mean, the 5 of Wands represent a lot of pressure, a lot of jostle of energy where you feel pushed pushed and pulled in many different directions. You're brainstorming better ways to manage stress or manage your lifestyle in some way, and it's been a lot. But know that you are going to get a temporary respite there in order to find clarity on something that perhaps you feel is either missing in your life right now or something you cannot see right now. The way will be made clear, and I definitely see that you're going to gain a lot of clarity, but also I feel there's a lot of personal development and growth here, and I feel a reestablishment of your independence, marching to the beat of your own drum, accomplishing the things that you set out to do. Very productive month for you. King of Swords basically means you have a thought and you put it into action. So you really are in a very productive frame of mind. You're focusing on your goals, your dreams. For some of you, this is you being a pro at what you do and reaching the next level in your career. Could be a promotion vibe there. Could also be that you're thinking about becoming a consultant, or you're thinking about setting up your own practice, being your own boss, or you are already and you're thinking about branching out, diversifying in order to bring in more money. For some of you, this is about you having an honest, open conversation with someone who's been causing some conflict recently, or being, someone who's competing with you. For example, it could be a friend or a family member, and you're like, look, there's enough piece of the pie to go round. I'm not here to compete with you. I'm here to support you. I'm here for us to work together. We don't have to tear each other down. We can raise each other up. So there may be actually a conversation about that in the month of August too. Now, something that you're thinking about, because of course King of Swords is all about the mind, you're reflecting, ruminating on something, it becomes your reality. So just be mindful not to catastrophize, because sometimes when we feel there could be a problem, we manifest the problem or we enhance the problem. So I feel it's really about being positive, knowing that actually you're on the right path. And I see actually with the cards and the energy that you give you're 100%. You're giving to something right now. It's going to be very fruitful. You're on track. You're making an impact. And I feel there's an energy here as well of either taking a rest or being independent in some way where you have time to stop and smell the roses. Okay, so it's about taking good quality time out for yourself too. Also, the King of Swords is a card of strategizing a plan. You have to have a plan. And I feel your plans are in motion, and those thoughts are becoming things. I mean, there feels very much like a trajectory that you're heading in the right direction. Now, we've got the Seven of Wands there. This is in the past position. This can be you managing stress levels. If you know the Seven of Wands in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there tends to be like 6 wands below the person, and the person is holding one wand and trying to bat away all the other wands. It's like everyone wants a piece of you. Everyone needs something from you, whether it's your boss, your family. You may find that sometimes because you're so good at managing, things for other people, it feels like they see you almost like sometimes their personal PA, right? If friends or a family member reaches out and says, oh, I can't do this, can you do this for me? Or can you help me with this? You may have a lot of that going on this month, but I feel like you teach them how to do it so that they can be sustainable and independent and do it by themselves, especially if it's computer related. That's what I see there. Seven of Wands also indicates that you are above the competition. So if you're going through anything that is competitive, like you're taking a test or you're going for an interview or you are trying to get a promotion, I see that you are the best person for the job. However, you will be challenged. I feel like you have a worthy opponent there, but with that Two of Swords, don't overthink this. I feel like you've got this. The sun is shine your wonderful light. Be confident in the skill set, because what is meant for you will never pass you by. If an opportunity does not go your way, know that it is the universe removing something in order to deliver something even better for you. It feels very much like a gateway is opening for you to prosperity, to more money, to stability, and also to independence. That Seven of Wands, it feels like you're pushing pressure into the past, or you're managing your stress levels and you're putting it aside. I feel actually you're challenging yourself in a really healthy way to keep life interesting. This is about reigniting that spark for life, brainstorming new ideas, because I feel like you're very cerebral this month about your plans, your direction, and I feel you may take some temporary time out there in order to get clear on your next steps. As you can see, those figures, they look like chess pieces, and they are wearing costumes that have chessboard markings on it. So I feel some of you are like looking at your next move in life. And for some of you, I feel like you tend to be 3 or 4 steps ahead of the game of life. So that's really going to hold you in good stead. But also, I feel some of you, especially if you're in business for yourself, it could be that you have a competitor, someone who's been either copying what you do or does something similar the one you do. I feel like you are going to find a way to stand out from the crowd, okay? So I feel any new ideas that come your way, they may be left field, but suddenly you're embracing them, and actually everybody is attracted to your business rather than your opponent's business or your rival's business there as well. Also, some of you may find that you are challenged on something, maybe something that you are very knowledgeable on, and you cut that person to size. You're diplomatic, but you're also saying to that person, you can challenge me, I respect that, but don't try to tear me down because I know my stuff and I'm standing my ground. So I feel like you stand your ground on something. So it could be someone who sees you as a rival. If you're in a career, for example, this could be your boss who sees you as a threat to their position. For some of you, it could be that there are some reshuffles going on in your working environment and new roles opening up, while there may also be some downsizing and people are feeling a little bit threatened in their position. There may be new roles opening up. You're the person who I see is like in the pole position for this role, okay? But there may be someone who wants to challenge that and wants that role for themselves, and they are not. Let me say this, okay? There is a potential that they may play dirty, or they may try to pressurize you or push your buttons so that you have a reaction, and it feels, it looks like then that you're causing a problem. But I feel like you're keeping a cool, calm head this month, and nothing gets to affect your inner peace. Especially when you've got that Two of Swords, this is to protect your inner peace. Don't let anyone live rent-free in your head. It's not worth it. Also, the Two of Swords is a temporary timeout in order to strategize a plan or go inwards to basically find a solution to something. Also, some of you are challenging yourself to come out of your comfort zone and do something bold and daring that you've never done before, especially since you have that Strength card in the resistance position. It feels like you're making a major bold move in your life in August, and you may want to withdraw briefly so you don't have any distractions. Some of you may feel like you're at a stalemate. I mean, these two cards can literally mean stalemate. Okay, so whether that's you feel like you've hit a plateau in life, or you feel that you and a person have gone round and round in circles on an argument, and you're dredging up the things from the past and it just feels like it never gets resolved, whatever it is, I feel with the Sun card, it's like you are kind of finding a solution to it, or you're deciding to like leave it where it is right now so it doesn't affect you anymore. You're maturing to the point where you're like, you know what? It doesn't matter. If it's not going to matter in 5 years' time, it's important to walk away from it. If there is a potential for you to find a solution, then you can change something and find that solution. But if there's nothing you can do about it, then you have to leave it at this time. Sometimes, you can't argue with someone who will not see a point or who refuses to see a point, because they are always going to be in the same vibration. So sometimes when we step back, that Two of Swords is a temporary timeout. It gives them a time period to breathe and to really process things and come round to the fact that perhaps they might be wrong. And you may find with that Queen of Cups there, they come to resolve it and they say, look, okay, I don't want to fall out with you. Let's just leave it as it is. So I feel there's a potential for that, a resolution there too. Now, we also have the Sun card. This is your advice to yourself in this moment. Be proud, shine your beautiful light, invest in personal development and growth, focus on your health, and really go where you feel truly happy and respected, and where you feel is home. The sunflower, it follows the sun throughout the day. So this is you making a point to follow things that make you feel good, avoiding things that make you feel negative. Of course, you don't mind feeling challenged, because that's when you rise to the occasion and you, conquer something. So whether some of you are picking up a new hobby, for some of you, this reminds me of fencing. Some of you may literally, be entering into a period where you're learning how to fence, but it could also be that you're going to the gym, or, because this is my gym card, some of you are having a glow up because you're investing in your personal development, maybe on a physical or mental plane there. Some of you are spiritually evolving to a new vibration, and you're just trying to feel good about yourself. This could also be that despite the challenges, you're showing up for yourself and you're choosing to be positive, because you are conquering the inner critic and you're not allowing yourself to tear yourself down or to get in the way of what you truly deserve and desire in life. Now, also, I feel like you are investing in yourself at this time, but also I feel some of you are seeking more independence. The Seven of Swords shows up when you want to march to the beat of your own drum. So, for example, you may be with the same sort of friendship group for a long time. You love them, but you may feel like, oh, we always do the same things when we get together. It would be nice if we shook it up a little bit. Maybe you might introduce some new things to do for the group, and if they're not about it, it could be that you go off and do it yourself. For some of you, if you live in the family home, you haven't moved out from your parents' house, for example, yet, it could feel like, sometimes people get on top of each other and there's a little bit of pressure and it's like you yearn for independence. You could be working and have a breakthrough right now in order to be able to move out and rent property or even purchase your own property at this time. The Seven of Swords is basically about breaking down any resistance and living your authentic truth. So it could be that you are searching for your identity and for your true authenticity at this time. And what I mean by that is some of you, if you're an artist, for example, you could be trying to identify your style, what your work says about you, identify, basically a personality in your work, if you know what I mean. If you see a Picasso, you know instantly that's Picasso. You could look at thousands of pictures and they could be very similar, but you're like, no, I know that's Picasso. The same with, I'm seeing a Jackson Pollock, for example. You know instantly that that is their work. It's not a Picasso because it's all about style. It's about your authenticity. It's about your truth. So this is about you sort of uncovering your style or your truth in some way. And, with that Seven of Swords, it's basically marching to the beat of your own drum, not conforming to other people's expectations or other people's style, for example. And that could be in your work. It could be in your expression. You may have a different way of expressing yourself that people misunderstand sometimes. You could be really blunt with the truth and people are like, well, I didn't like how you said that. Where you're like, well, how else would you like me to deliver the truth? I'm not going to sort of like put a little bow on it. I'm going to tell you how I feel. So, sometimes I feel it's about respecting each other's differences. With that Five of Wands, that is about honoring each other's differences, even if it causes tension. It's really important that people are free and independent to speak their truth, even if you don't agree with the other person or they don't agree with you, because it's a formed opinion and it feels that, basically everyone will say, I'm right, or the other person will say they're right. But it's like, okay, so can we accept that both people feel like they are right and they are basically sticking to their beliefs, but they can still get on, they can still be a worthy opponent, they can still have a very interesting debate and try and highlight from different sides how both people could feel like they're right. And it's about finding the in-between, finding, because I feel like someone says something to you in the month of August where you're like, oh, that challenges something that you believe in. And it may not change the way that you believe something, but it actually makes you curious about thinking about it and trying to resolve it in some way in your mind. And so I feel like you're really open and honest to say, okay, I accept what you have to say, and I'm going to think about it. It's really, a different viewpoint that I'm curious about. May not change how I really feel about things, but, I'm open to accepting that that is something different from what I believe right now. Now also, the Seven of Swords, I feel like, there could be an uncovering of something that perhaps was not readily available to see. So let me just see what that Seven of Swords is for you, because ultimately, the Seven of Swords is a card of independence, doing something in a way that some people misunderstand. So there could be a misunderstanding this month that you are leading with integrity, you're speaking your truth, but another person could say, hey, you know what? I don't think that's right, or I don't accept that. And you could be like, oh, I think you're misunderstanding my point. What I mean is this. So I feel there's a debate there where basically you can express what you really mean or see how they misconstrued your point. Also, the Seven of Swords can indicate that, yes, it's going to be a busy month. There's going to be a lot of fluctuations in mood. Make sure you don't go too fast because you may miss something and have to revisit it. Okay, if you think about the Seven of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there is a figure running off with 5 swords, leaves 2 behind, is looking back like, I got to come back for that later. I haven't had the time to basically factor in those other swords because I've been in a rush. So, I want you to be aware of that. It's not always a negative card because a lot of people, they connect a Seven of Swords to theft. So I would say, especially if you're creating something new, I'm just looking for that Seven of Swords now. I know a lot of you know what that card, those swords look like. Oh, gosh. I'm being given it's right at the beginning. I always do this. They say it's right at the beginning, my guides, I mean. And then I go to the beginning, which I feel is here. There it is. But it's actually the beginning because it's facing me. So, yeah, we got the Seven of Swords there. A lot of people assign this card to theft. So I would say maybe if you've got new ideas, keep them to yourself. Work hard in silence at this time. It's like you've got the ideas, you're putting them in motion. You do have some rivals. You do have some people there who basically sees you as competition or could be jealous or envious of your success. Two of Swords here is like, keep quiet. Keep them in your mind. Keep them in your thoughts. Act upon them. You're coming out of your comfort zone. You're leveling up, but don't tell anyone about it at this time. It's time to just withdraw. Okay, so that Seven of Swords there, I want you to be aware that anything that's golden in any of the tarot or yellow, it's normally positive. So I feel this is about, if you go too quickly, you're going to miss something or you're going to have to revisit something. So slow down. That's what your Temperance card is all about, balance. But I'm just going to pull a quick card on that Seven of Swords for you because I want to see a little bit more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Because right now, I just see a theft of ideas or someone looking at something that thinks, oh, that's really nice. Maybe I'm going to do it. So it could be like you have a busybody neighbor who sees that you've done a really nice thing with your door or with your letterbox or something. And they're like, oh, I like that. Okay, I'm going to steal that idea and then I'm going to try and improve it. And it almost feels like you come out and you see the exact same thing on their porch or on their door. And you're like, wow, okay. So it's like, it's flattering, but at the same time, weird. Or just you feel, oh, okay, maybe I want to change something up again because I want to be different. You did something to be different, to express yourself, and then your neighbor copied it. So, it can work in that way as well. Yeah, so Six of Cups, it's like it may need to be revisited. So that's the main energy I've got. Also, I feel some of you could reflect on a period where you were done wrong by somebody. This could be an ex, could be a friend. This person, there is a Mercury retrograde, so there is a little potential for them to reach out. But the Seven of Swords, it does indicate this person, they are in a transitory energy, here today, gone tomorrow. They may not 100% mean what they say, or they may mean it in the moment, but they're just not capable of honoring it, is what I see there. Also, I feel this is the gift of independence. Six of Cups is a card that indicates, you're being offered something from the universe at this time that sets you apart from other people. Don't brag about it. Just do it, and just accept it and love it and be grateful for it. Also, the Seven of Swords with the Six of Cups, it can indicate that sometimes when we live in our head and we think about the times where we were done wrong, firstly, I want you to be aware there's some really good karma coming towards you, and anyone who did you wrong, they will be visited by karma, okay? But these two cards, it can indicate that sometimes, bad memories, they wreck our peace of mind. They tear us down, and it can also make us be a little bit more critical about ourselves. So I feel right now you're being asked to watch your thoughts and how you raise yourself up or tear yourself down, because your energy, your advice to yourself in this moment is raise yourself up, be proud of yourself. You're doing an awesome job despite the circumstances out there. And some of you may not trust some of the changes that are coming in the world, so you feel like you need to prepare to stabilize things for you and your family. And I feel like you're in a really good zone to be doing that. I feel like you're in a mindset of protection, and I feel like you've got this, okay? Now also we've got the Queen of Cups. Some of you, especially because you've got that Strength card in a resistance position, some of you have been neglecting your own needs, so good quality rest and time is important. This is about feeling fulfilled in life, in all areas of life. If you only do one thing all the time, like work or focus on a project or stay in your room all the time, eventually you're going to get bored. You're going to feel it's oversaturated energy. You're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel frustrated. You're going to feel down. So it means, variety is a spice of life. Make sure you do a little bit of everything as much as possible. Also, the Queen of Cups, you give your everything to all circumstances, and something is being given to you at this time that you're really going to love. Now, some of you, if you are currently single, this is a card that indicates you're ready to fall in love. However, some of you may have been in a relationship in the past that perhaps caused a lot of conflict, a lot of drama. Maybe you dealt with someone who was emotionally manipulative, someone who basically may have betrayed you as well or ghosted you, and it can raise some insecurity when you're about to go into a new relationship. Have confidence in yourself. This new person is not the same as the last person or the last experience. You do have a Nine of Pentacles here, which tells me that you're ready to fall in love, but you may not meet someone until the end of August or into the September, okay, is what I see there. This person who's new that's coming into your life, you may meet them at a place where there is competition or challenge. For example, a football game, or going to a race, or perhaps it's where you go to do a hobby, or perhaps it's where you go down the gym, or you go to a festival where there are events where you kind of like take part in them, like archery or dancing or something like that. So I feel you could meet a person where you're doing something that's really fun for you, and then as a byproduct you meet that person. Also, I feel this is about you looking at your hopes and fears and how they fluctuate with moods. So I feel like you're trying to conquer the inner critic and take charge of your thoughts. And that will help you when it comes to, balancing out your emotions. For some of you with that Queen of Cups, you're a healer. And I feel that you may actually delve deeper into your spiritual gifts. Some of you may decide to go into some sort of healing practice, even if it's a hobby. Maybe something like Reiki, it may be something like meditation, it may be yoga, it may be something that you pick up that helps quieten your mind or focus your mind, because I feel like you're going to be super focused this month and you're going to be very goal-oriented. But that Nine of Pentacles, it feels like you're really close to your goal, because your starting position is the Ten of Pentacles. It's what you hope for, what you want right now, or what you feel like you have. So this can be that, you've got more savings available to you this month. It could also be that you're like one pentacle away from your dream or your goal or your savings plan. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. It's about focusing on your plans, not giving up, being diligent, being ambitious, whatever those plans may be, whether you're in a career, whether you are going through something in terms of personal development, deepening your belief system, retired, whatever it is, it feels like you're focusing on something at this time and it shall become your reality. I definitely see that you're choosing healthier options in your life there. And I feel the gateway is open for you at this time to receive all that you desire. Also, Nine of Pentacles indicates that you are, being careful about your resources at this time. You're building your empire. So I feel that this is a great month for you for stability, great month for finances as well, for challenging yourself in an exciting way, to try new things out and see where they fit into your life. But also I feel you find a solution on something that you've been either battling away on for a while, or perhaps you found has been challenging for a while. This is your breakthrough month, okay? Now, your final cards. We have, yeah, that totally resonates. In your power. Okay, I'm not surprised that this card popped out, because actually you have the King of Swords, which is a Gemini card. That means you are in your power. You're utilizing and channeling your focus onto things that matter. You're really prioritizing at this time and organizing whatever it is that you need to organize to step into the next level of your life. And it says, living from an empowered place, cultivating your inner strength, and taking back your power. And that's the cause and effect. When you do that, you start to see that everything starts to slot into place, and you truly, have your happiness. Happiness comes from within, and I feel it will filter out in your everyday circumstances as well. Now, we do have a timer there, sand timer, so things may be time critical. I did mention some of you may be looking at documents that have an expiry date, or perhaps contracts that are coming to an end. It says something is reaching an end, someone is slipping away, time is running out. This may be something that you're feeling, and when you feel that, it adds extra pressure. Know that whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. Sometimes our mind can trick us into feeling that we don't have enough time. But we need to breathe, because that's when it frazzles our energy. And when we get into over-analysis, we get into analysis paralysis. And that's what that Two of Swords is all about. Sometimes we can feel a lot of tension, and when we feel pressurized, that's when we do nothing. Okay. Also, when someone is pressurizing you to do something or sign something, it means they normally benefit from it more than you will. So I feel this is about not going too quickly, because you may miss something and have to revisit it. It's about taking the time and honoring your time and saying, you know what? I'll sign that when I need to. I'll look at that when I can. I'll help you when I've got time. But I feel like a lot of you have been neglecting your own needs recently, and I feel this is about you honoring your energy, not in a selfish way, but in a way when you replenish your cup, then you can help other people from a full cup. You can't do anything from an empty cup, and a lot of you have been running on empty recently and feeling really exhausted. Now we also have foundation, so some of you may complete like a foundational course that will lead to other opportunities. You may be going through a period of training right now, and I feel like you're unlocking lots of different stages. It says here, focus on foundational skills, building a solid foundation, and making lasting changes. And that's what I see with your Nine of Pentacles there. Being careful with your resources. The changes that you're making are giving you a solid foundation. And finally, we have higher forces. So being protected and directed at this time. It says here, communicating with other realms, help from higher dimensions, and divine protection. So know that even though you may be going through a period of struggle, that things are going to get better for you, and I feel that you're protected at this time. Also, I feel that you're being given wisdom in silence. So take some time out for respite, to pause, because when you step away from a problem or step away from something, it gives you a new perspective, but it also gives time for your guides to whisper into your heart the solution, and then your brain is letting you know of the solution, and suddenly you find it and you've unlocked the next level or had a breakthrough. Whenever I'm going through something that I feel is challenging, I sleep on it, because that's when the brain starts to formulate the plan. It puts the energy out into the ether and says, aha, we got the eureka moment. This is now what you can do. Loads of new ideas flood towards me after getting some good quality rest. And you've got that Two of Swords, which indicates, it's time to get some good quality sleep, good quality rest there as well, okay? So I'm just going to go and pull a trinket. Oh my gosh, okay. So we have one trinket there. I'm not surprised as well to see that, because it's the cap and scroll. Some of you may literally be coming out of training and get a good qualification or certification on something, but ultimately this is about you being the student of life and really realizing your capability, how capable you are under difficult circumstances, how powerful you are, and most importantly, the power of your mind to change your circumstances. So I feel some of you, it feels like you're unlocking a next level or celebrating a win this month or accomplishing something that you're going to be truly proud of indeed. Some of you may literally be leaving university or college, but I feel some of you could get a promotion or something to celebrate that you worked really hard for, because this is a trinket that indicates you invested in something, you used your knowledge to change your life in some way, and now you celebrate because you completed. And I feel very exciting month indeed for you. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. If you'd like to win a competition for a free reading from me, I'm opening a second competition. All you have to do is write in the comments box below, love is the answer, and I will be guided to one subscriber to win a free personal reading. And please keep your notification bell on, because I will upload a video of the person's name announcing the winner, and you'll want to be notified to see if it's you and how you can contact me to get your free reading. Okay, thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.